Welcome to the Marvels, Mysteries and Midlanders podcast. Prepare to take a dive into all things mythical, eerie and downright strange. Stick around. You might just enjoy yourself. Why don't you want that? Right, yeah, there we are. Is that better?
Yeah.
See us now?
Yeah. How's Adam?
Hi, Lewis. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good, I'm good, thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. I have sweaty feet, Lewis.
He's an alcoholic.
He's got sweaty feet.
And he's drinking wine. He's drinking wine in my mensch cave like he's allowed, you know?
Thought I'd be a bit fucking sauce for this.
There's no point, is there? I'm not funny when I'm sober, am I? So, welcome to Marvel's Mysteries and Midlanders. It's been a while since our last foray, hasn't it?
Yes.
Do you remember it, Adam? What our last episode was? Do you remember?
I can't remember how I got here.
Do you remember our last episode, Lewis?
I can remember the last few episodes, but I can't remember the exact
my boy.
last one.
So the last one, Adam, we basically, because you weren't here because you were too busy having fun at university.
Well, that's why I can't remember then, isn't it?
Yeah, and we did the horror of 50 Berkeley Square, which is basically wow, I really got there. Which is basically it's a like it was a form of entity that was killing people in London in this house, like an octopus that jumped on people's faces.
Like some Lovecraftian...
It was kind of Lovecraftian, yeah. It was a positively Lovecraftian beast.
Cyclopean. I think.
Basically, subterranean, hyper jail, Julian. Yeah. Yeah, so that was it. This microphone keeps coming down. Sorry for the brief noise, everyone. There we go.
We're new to this, guys.
We know. We've only done like 40 episodes. It's been a while, okay? Leave me alone. And Lewis, how's your day been? What's the news?
Good.
What's your fact of the day?
Lewis in the news.
Lewis in the news.
Fact of the day. Oh, I ain't got one.
You didn't tell me how to do one.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Adam, and I'm at... oh, sorry.
Sorry, I thought I was at a different meeting.
No, that's fine, Lewis. You know, you ease yourself in. You've been
Yeah.
at work. You know, it's okay.
Yeah, I've been at work.
This is guns. Put those arms up again for us.
Go on,
Put those arms up again.
Wow.
Wow! They're getting better every...
Wow!
Amazing! Now that's what I call biceps. Yeah. So, let's jump straight in. So, excited about this one. Wrote it a while ago, you know. I feel like you two would be interested in it. It's a true story. So,
We
you
like
gents,
true stories.
you like true stories, don't you?
I do
So,
like some
you do
true.
like true stories. So,
Adele.
I do like them, to be honest with you. Just get-
I die sometimes, but it out sometimes.
we're allowed to do this because we are from that area. It's not.
Yeah, go on.
It's not. It's just not.
Insensitive.
Not
Thank you.
Birmingham.
There you go. It's Birmingham. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Lewis. Do you want to give us a quick Birmingham accent, Lewis?
But that...
Lewis is good at
Am I allowed? Because I'm not from round there.
Well,
We give you the
yeah. You're
the
technically
we give
from
you the B-pass.
Yeah, yeah. You get the B-pass. Yeah, that's what it's called now.
What?
What's the thing that Lewis always says that you take the mick out of him for?
Right. Yeah. So this is quite nice though, because we've not all spoke together, have we? For it's been a while since we've all been like on the same call chatting. So it's like a reunion. Delightful.
Very delightful.
So, I've got a question for you, gents. Yes. What's the most you've ever eaten in one sitting? Like, be honest, how much?
What, in kilograms or...
I mean, if you, just what you ate, you know. I mean, I don't expect you to remember, but that's what we're going with. What's the most you've ever ate in one sitting?
Can't really remember.
Like 3 plates worth, probably.
Whoa, hungry boy. Okay, you, Adam Daly, order millions of stuff. That logic is, I mean, grammar is. I just can't talk. Adam Daly orders loads of food when we go out, Eugene, but he doesn't eat it all.
Yeah, my eyes are bigger than my belly.
It's true. It's true. I think, I don't know about the most of eating at once, but the worst day of food was when I had Chinese takeaway and shipping one day.
Oh yeah.
I felt like pure grease. I'm pure grease, lads. So yeah, that was.
I've had a large Domino's pizza with like wedges and like ice cream, but I put mayo all over the pizza.
You're sick. Yeah.
Double trouble.
Oh, that's good.
Jeez,
But honestly, after how Adam's opening the bottle of wine for a third time now, and the ice is gone. You don't get any more, mate. You've took the rest of my ice. So, how did your stomach look after eating all this food? Pretty round, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Big belly. Good. How did it feel? Beautiful, I bet.
I felt like shit. I had a nap
Oh,
afterwards.
good. But it's like these people who do the the all you can eat contests. They just gorge to be the wine isn't good, is it? Pushing their guts to the limit and risking literally dying for a hot dog, swallowing hot dog glory. You know.
I don't get those hot dog challenges because they just like fully open the gullet, get some water down there.
Yeah, and like people die from that as well. People die from hot dogs. So, what's the hungriest you've ever been? What's the hungriest you've ever been?
Really hungry.
Bloody hell.
Starving.
Oh, mate, Marvin, mate.
I don't know.
I don't know. Very hungry. Okay, let's just keep moving.
Very hungry.
It's good. Nothing will satisfy that hunger. So, ladies and gentlemen, listeners, in case we didn't introduce ourselves, I'm James. This is Adam,
Hello.
and that's Lewis Carter on the other end. And today, we are prying open the filth-covered tale of Tarrare, or Tarrare. I'm going to go Tarrare. The man who ate... Tarrare. Oh, no, I'm not going to get the same now. Tarrare. Or Tarrare. I'm going to go Tarrare because it makes Tarrare. The man who ate and ate and ate and ate and ate and ate some more. This is a story about what hunger drives a person to do and the sheer amount of disgusting hijinks you find yourself getting into along the way. So everybody hop into the official Marvel's Mysteries and Midlanders way back machine, also known as a time machine, as we travel back to the 18th century, France. Francais. Here we are. Welcome to France. How's it going?
Je mange.
Omelette du fromage? Oui.
What does that mean?
Isn't it like omelette with cheese?
You fucking cheese omelette, mate.
There's an episode of Dexter's
Yeah, you know what's
Laboratory.
Dexter's?
You know what's Dexter's, mate?
Boomer.
Actually, no, I couldn't afford Cartoon Network growing up. A full name for Tarrare. I think it is Tarrare, but Tarrare just sounds better. It's Tarrare. Tarrare.
Tarrare.
Tarrare. But anyway, a full name was never recorded for Tarrare. I can't. Tarrare. Tarrare. So that's all we shall address him as. We're going to address Tarrare as...
Tarrare.
God, no! We're going to address him as Tarrare.
Tarrare.
So that's what we're addressing him as. Or maybe an alternative could be something like the E.T. Man or...
Hungry boy.
Hungry boy. just don't make me say Tarrare again, please. Tarrare. But yeah, please, I can't do it anymore. Oh God, this has been a Brummy-centric episode so far, hasn't it? All right, everyone, Tarrare. Oh right, okay.
You even started off with basically.
It wants to come out. All right, it wants to come out.
I've been repressing this episode for the
Yeah.
past 9 months.
I haven't actually because I did a voice in a game that was a Brummie. He's an engineer for
That's disgusting.
what?
I'm sorry, but the Birmingham accent is disgusting.
You're disgusting.
Well,
Hi, I'm Adam. I go to Swansea University, and I don't have an accent.
we'll get some elocution lessons.
To be fair, I didn't really have much of an accent. I still don't really have much of an accent, but every now it comes out.
And it comes out in this episode.
And it comes out when I record episodes, yeah. But no, my accent has got a little more because Hannah, my wife, is quite she's quite Brummy. She's a Brummy lass.
Good thing she's so beautiful.
Leave her alone. Just because her bedroom's across there doesn't mean you can go inside of it. Stay away from the drawers, Adam.
Oh, come on.
You're disgusting. Anyway, so let's continue. So, Tarrare may have been a nickname for this strange ET man, and after a highly professional visit to Google Translate, I can declare it doesn't translate to anything unless you separate the first two letters, in which it means you're rare. You heard it here first, guys. You heard it here first. That's that's groundbreaking stuff. Yeah. You're rare? You're rare? Yeah, basically. So you heard it here first. So feel free to give whatever official name to him that you like. We also don't know exactly when he was born, but we do know it was roughly around 1772 in, is it Lyon, France?
Lyon.
Yeah.
Lyon? Lion. Yeah, cool. Lyon. So the unfortunate thing already is that he was born into a poor farming family. And I'll tell you why it's unfortunate. So the big deal about Tarrare is that the fella just could not stop eating. And from the age as young as 4, he consumed more than 3 times what a child should be consuming at that age. And by his early teens, he was capable of eating a quarter of a cow that weighed the same as himself in one day.
What, so he just ate a cow?
Well, he didn't eat a cow,
While it was
but
still
he
alive?
ate...
But he only wanted a quarter of it.
He ate... God's sake. He ate the amount... Yeah, basically he ate a cow's worth of meat, a quarter of a cow that weighed... Yeah, a quarter of a cow that weighed the same amount as him in one day. So he ate his body's weight in cow.
Oh, so the cow weighed the same as him.
A quarter of the cow weighed the same as him.
Oh, so he ate his body weight in a quarter of a cow.
Yes! Evidently, I didn't proofread this script. Yeah, so he ate and he ate. So just think about how much a burger fills you up when you eat a burger. Like one burger,
Oh, yeah.
you know. And the meat
Do you know
sweats
what?
as well.
The one burger does it for me.
Yeah.
I'm not a 2-burger kind of guy.
Who is?
I used to have 2 burgers.
Yeah, when you're like 5. Yeah, let's move on.
Well, I have been stumped, haven't I?
It's a lot of red meat, though, isn't it? So Adam is halfway through his bottle of beachfront Sauvignon
Fuck
Blanc. And he's not.
I saw the Aldi wine
And it's not looking like he's stopping, so it's all good here. So so based on this very brief description you've had of Tarrare, how would you describe how he looks in your head?
Like
Fat.
a more attractive Bruce Brogtrotter.
Bruce Brogtrotter.
Do you know from Matilda?
It's Bogtrotter, you.
That's what I said.
You said Brogtrotter.
I didn't say
Maybe the
Brogtrotter.
alcohol's getting to your
Fuck
brain.
off.
That you, Lewis. Did you say fat?
Yeah. Like Asterix.
It's very,
It's the gore.
very particular, but I like it. Okay, so despite his insatiable appetite, by the age of 17, he weighed only 45 kilograms
Fuck off.
and was slim, and his height was...
Wait.
yeah.
45 kilograms.
Yeah. So he weighed only 45 kilograms at the age of 17 and was slim, and his height was average for that at the time. So take the hulking, large-bellied beast out of your mind and just imagine Lewis Carr, a French peasant version of Lewis
like a
Carr.
farmhand.
Farmhand Lewis
Oh,
Carr.
I'm going to come.
Good. The toilet's just over there, mate.
I think his name would be Louis.
Louis Carter.
Louis Cartier. Cartier.
Right.
Louis Cartier.
Right, I'm hungry.
All right.
Sounds like Borat. All right. He was described as having unusually soft and fair hair. But maybe the guy just had like good conditioning skills. It doesn't.
I just have a very fast metabolism.
Leave me alone. I mean, farm mud's got to contain some moisture that locks in the moisture in your hair, properties like that, surely. And the guy was rolling about on a farm, so maybe, looking for things to eat. Where are the truffles? If you want truffles, you got to get in with the pigs. So, yeah. So the hair wasn't the most unusual thing about Tarrare, though. He also had an abnormally wide mouth, a kill mouth, so to speak.
What?
So, Tarrare's mouth was just over 4 inches when his mouth was fully open wide. 4 inches wide, yeah? Don't touch your penis, please. Good. Like a frog mouth.
Oh.
Like a...
That's like
3
of mine.
Yeah, like a wide mouth. So like a lizard man mouth.
A 1.3 inch dick. Recurring.
That's the same, man. So, his mouth was over 4 inches open. So 4 inches, not across, 4 inches up.
Yeah.
So...
Do that again. You're not far off, I don't reckon.
Mate, it's like
It's
like 2 inches.
like a hippo's mouth.
Yeah, it's got like a hippo mouth. Hippo boy. Tarrare hippo boy, yeah. So the skin around his mouth and cheek was wrinkled and hung loosely off his face. Like, those droopy dogs, like. I don't want to do that. yeah, like that. Yeah, like that. Yeah, that was hanging off his cheeks. And when his cheeks were full, he could fit 12 eggs, apples, or stones inside his mouth.
Is he some kind of fucking like hamster man?
Hamster man! I don't know. But this isn't even like the weirdest of the story. But yeah, so he could fit in 12 eggs, apples, or stones in his mouth if it was filled up in his cheeks. And I could put like maybe 2 or 3 eggs in my mouth. So 12 eggs or apples or stones.
Because an apple's bigger than an egg, no?
I mean,
Surely he can fit more eggs than he can apples.
Not in Lyon.
And surely, if he puts them in the mouth, they're going to break.
Wow.
I have already found holes with this story.
He's cracked the case.
No, he's cracked the eggs.
He's cracked the eggs. Yeah, so let's not forget that his eyes and cheeks also became bloodshot whilst he ate. He literally went into like as Tarrare ate, like a frenzy. Like his eyes went bloodshot, his skin. Yeah.
Oh my
yeah, like Pennywise when he's eating, his big mouth kind of. I always bring up Pennywise, that's wrong with me. Just looking at you. You remind me of Pennywise. He's on the shelf watching me.
He's fucking everywhere.
He's here, there, and everywhere. Oh, omnipotent being, that one. But yeah, he also had a set of pretty rank teeth as well. Completely stained. Well, I mean, dental care back then wasn't exactly big amongst the French peasantry, I imagine, anyway. But just to really make him less kissable kind of guy, his lips were so thin they were described as basically being invisible. So you've got this skinny-ass, like, dude, wide-ass mouth, wrinkly cheeks, and droopy skin.
Was he a demon or something? Is this
It seems that way, but let's move a bit, lower onto his anatomy, shall we? Let's move down from his face. So it is strange. So when Tarrare had not eaten, his skin on his stomach, his belly flap, what have you, it hung so low he could physically wrap it around his waist like a scarf.
What the fuck?
I mean, not to sound like a serial killer, but it would be a good smothering weapon, wouldn't it?
Just with your fat
skin.
folds.
Yeah. Just in your mouth. Fill the mouth and nose with fat.
Feel the salty sweat of my underflap.
Nice. And and the opposite of this now, when Tarrare had enjoyed a quality feast, his stomach would protrude like that of a balloon. Like, if you've got Google available to you right now, look up a triplets pregnancy bump, octomom, or torpedo belly, and that's what his stomach would look like. I don't know if you know what any of those look like, Lewis.
Torpedo belly.
Look up torpedo belly. Right, tell you what, I'm going to quickly show Adam torpedo belly, and I'll show you as well, Lewis.
Sounds like something you shouldn't Google, like blue waffle or something.
There you go.
Fuck me.
Yeah, my pregnant belly was like a torpedo. So look at that. Look at that.
These poor women.
You know.
Oh,
Who said pregnancy was fun, eh? SpongeBob there as well. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, just.
Oh, it's
Lewis is taking a long time to type up torpedo.
I had to type it type it twice.
C.
Oh yeah.
O.
It's like there's a torpedo in there.
P.
all right.
Right, D. O. Space.
Did
B.
you know he's a SpongeBob character?
Yeah, I did see that. Yes, I did know it's a SpongeBob character, yeah. So yeah, when he enjoyed a big meal, your stomach would pop out like a torpedo belly. So look that up, guys. You get the gist of it. So I don't know if any of you guys would recognise this, but he reminds me, I don't know if you've ever heard of Rawhead Rex, from the Clive Barker graphic novel.
No.
Or Wilbur Watley from the Dunwich Horror, H.P. Lovecraft story.
No, they're very niche references.
Well, listeners would understand, wouldn't you guys?
I'm currently reading the Call of Cthulhu, though.
Oh, it's good. It's a quality story. Right, so Lewis he's basically a monster version of Tarrare. Regrettably, though, Adam, there is no description about his dong.
That's a shame.
So let's just say it hung low with fatty skin and masses, shall we? Yeah.
But it was like a big salami.
Just like a ball bag that dragged across the floor. But it left like a moisture.
What if all the weight went to his dick?
That's where the food went. Yeah. It's not the only torpedo I've got, honey. So it's not the only torpedo I have. Yeah.
Army.
Yeah. I think based on how he's described, he probably sound more like this. Hello, my name's Tarrare.
Is that your French accent?
That's my Tarrare French accent. Yeah. I'm not ashamed of it. So, Tarrare's body was constantly running at a high temperature. His body almost constantly slick with sweat and God knows what other liquids. Genuinely, like you said, high metabolism. Like he was constantly sweating. Yeah. So you better believe that he absolutely stunk. As in totally rank. He was described at the time as smelling to such a degree that he could be not endured within the distance of 20 paces. If you had to give him a smell, what would it be? Like, if you just had to, out the top of your head, smell. Mine would be out-of-date chicken. You know that horrible smell of out-of-date chicken?
I think... Have you ever had, like, a protein shake or anything like that? With milk? But then you leave I don't think I have. You leave the shaker basically for like days on end, and then you open it up and you smell it, and it burns your face off.
It's very no. Could you? So what does it smell like other than burning your face off?
It smells like shit.
That's fair enough. Yeah, cool.
Milky shit.
Milky shit. Yeah. Well,
chocolatey, milky shit.
Well, I hate you, Lewis.
Fuck.
Like standing water that's been outside.
Oh, like stagnant water.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah. Sorry, Lewis. I've got a very increasingly drunken Adam Timey bought a bottle of wine for me as well, even though, I have to drive to pick him up.
I bought this fresh, man.
Well, I'm enjoying it for the both of us as well.
But I need a lift home.
Get on your bike, mate. So the odour, believe it or not, would only get worse once he had eaten. And the more he'd eat, the more he'd smell, and the more he would sweat. More and more, until a visible vapour was rising from his body.
Fuck off.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Vapours don't rise.
Who's
from
feeding
bodies.
this lad?
Well, his family, and believe me, there's a lot more.
I can see the smell on you, boy.
I can smell it.
Go take a dip in the lake. Go and take a dip in the lake.
Yeah. When the beast had fed to the point of complete lethargy, aka a food coma, he would lie there, belching unnecessarily loud, and would make continuous swallowing motions. He never threw up, either. Never once threw up.
Fair play.
Everything he ate stayed
Not
down.
even for a tactical chunder.
Not even a tactical chunder. All of it stayed down. All in all, a little bit disturbing, but nothing too weird,
Wonder what his shits were like.
Wow.
Are we getting onto that?
Wow,
Are we
yeah.
getting onto that?
Literally about to get there, yeah. Ooh, what the heck? Tarrare never did that move. Yeah. Now, you know me, I like to get a lot of detail in when these episodes, I like to get the info in, whether you like it or not, whether it's gross or not, whether it makes you cry or not. So let's talk about Tarrare's bowel movements.
Fuck you,
real
viewers.
quick. Adam. Adam. So, being a big-time muncher, Tarrare was, that image, get out of my head, has its consequences. And in this case, it was chronic diarrhea, baby. Woo!
Oh, that's grim.
Good way to keep the weight down, though, Tarrare. Nice one, mate. His movements were described as fetid beyond all conception. Yeah. Lewis is licking his lips as I'm reading it. Yeah, it's bad movements, mate. So imagine your dung stinking so bad, it is historically recorded. Can you imagine just going into a toilet after him and just dying, not passing out?
Imagine
just
being
dying.
in a French pub, right? And you're boasting to your friend, oh, no, there's one fucking cunt called Tarrare, and his shit stunk so badly. It made a record.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. Yeah, you don't walk in, you don't wince, you just die.
Historically,
Just fall over instantly and die.
historically infamous for having smelly shit.
Yeah, or maybe he'd fall face first into his leavings. Yeah,
Although, I'm picturing toilets, but I know they don't have toilets back then.
the hole in the ground.
Like a Wetherspoon's toilet.
Yeah. Your spoons, mate. Come on.
I'm not doing coke, mate.
I've got
Bouncer's knocking on the
I've got diarrhea.
Fuck off. Taking a shit, Clive.
It's not even crack, mate. I've just got a diarrhea fetid beyond all conception, mate.
I had the Hunter's chicken, mate. I'm gonna be a while.
So despite his dietary exercises, he was of no concern to anyone. Nobody thought he was whacked out on goof pills or suffering from any form of mental illness. The only real observation was that he had a complete lack of force and/or ideas.
What lack of force? What do you
Lack
mean?
of force, mate.
Like,
Yo,
I'm
mate.
sure he had plenty of force,
Yeah.
especially when it came out of him.
Yo, mate. You know what? You just lack force, mate. You lack force.
Well, you lack manners.
Oh, yeah. So far, how you both feeling about this?
I'm not sure if I love Tarrare or despise him. I mean,
It's a strange.
He's a strange child, isn't he, Lewis?
Yeah, very strange.
I wouldn't go bowling with him.
You put the balls in his mouth, mate. And be like,
I can fit 12 of these in my mouth.
So let's go back to the life and times of Tarrare. So, roughly around the age of 17, his parents had had enough of him. He'd been eating them out of house and home.
I'm surprised it lasted that long.
I know, yeah. He'd been eating them out of house.
Straight down the riverbank with him.
the riverbank.
Yeah.
I'll make a Moses out of you. Yeah. So, he'd been eating his parents out of house and home, and frankly, the stench alone was enough to warrant an eviction, let alone the fact he was risking his family starving to death. So they kicked him out. To find his way in the world, obviously. So, that poor wide-mouthed lad, he bundled his belongings into his fatty deposits and went on his way.
Like what soundtrack is that?
I think it's from, like, the old Hulk TV show when he'd walk about sad, I think. But anyway, he was thrown out. So whilst wandering the streets of France, he eventually fell in with a gang of thieves, prostitutes, and other rapscallions in sweet, sweet Paris.
How the fuck did he manage to fall into a gang of thieves and prostitutes
Tarrare, mate.
when he was fucking smelling like utter sewage waste? The thieves thought, we can use him.
Get him in, lads.
He can distract the owners with his odious smell while we steal their bread and garlic. Sorry. That was a generalization.
Wow. Yeah, so Tarrare was getting by via scavenging or begging for whatever food he could on the streets of Paris. Now, from this group of young rapscallions who he joined, he came a new occupation for our lost little gobbler. In 1788... Lost little gobbler. In 1788, he became a street performer. A warm-up act, in fact. However, the guy who he was meant to be hyping up was a bit of a swindler, a bit of a charlatan, a shyster, a quack, a faker, Adam. Basically, someone who pretends to know something, be it skilled or somebody via deception.
What was his act?
What Tarrare's at?
Yeah.
Well, you're about to find out, baby. This particular guy, though, who Tarrare was getting, being the hype man for, was selling fake ointments and medicines, peddling that snake oil.
Oh, like Dallas Buyers Club?
I haven't seen it, but yeah, sure. There's Buyers Club. Tarrare did a solid job being a hype man, for sure. Yeah? Dallas Buyers Club. Yeah, that's what we're doing. So Tarrare's...
There's some culture, mate.
What? Because Jared Leto won an Oscar? I'm meant to be impressed, am I?
It's not Jared
It's
fucking
morbing time. So Tarrare's warm-up act usually consisted of him eating just about anything. Corks, stones, and of course, live animals. Some being rats,
Live animals!
some being just rats found in the street. If any of you listening were rooting for this guy, I temper your expectations because it does get grisly and potentially delicious. The crowd would marvel as he lay his jaws open and an entire basket of apples is poured down his gullet. And the crowd loved it! They were in awe of just how ravenous he was, and his personal favourite of the live animal flesh was snake meat. Thing is, the real winner here right now is Tarrare, because the dude is just doing what he loves. He's living and loving. Live, love, laughing. You know?
Don't wipe mum me.
Excuse me? What did you just say?
White mums.
Go to your room. Yeah. So, that was his act. Impressed? Did you go see Tarrare's act?
I don't think I would go see Tarrare's act.
Why not?
If I'm seeing this rather tiny man devour a live rat or snake. Oh, do you know what? I take my mind. Yeah, I would.
Remember, though, this is
Now
back,
that I
this
put
is
it into
back in
words.
18th century.
Yeah, they're starved for entertainment, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly, mate. No phones, no Pornhub, Adam. No,
Bartholomew, would you like to go see Tarrare eat a live snake? Blimey, yes, I would.
Yes. Right, you, Lewis. Would you
Yeah,
be
I'd
up for
go
it?
and see that. Why
Go and
not?
see it, mate. Go and see it.
I don't know why they're British now, but
It doesn't matter. It's just tough doing the French accent.
everyone's fucking
He's
British. But
either way, Yeah, you'll come from us, mate. Yeah. Yeah. So, despite growing popularity, Tarrare was still, mostly, human, and one of his acts went badly wrong. What do you think could have gone wrong for old Tarrare?
The snake bit him.
Okay.
Maybe he just projectile vomited it for the first time everywhere. Over the crowd.
It's happening! Ugh! Maybe, yeah. So, he suffered a severe intestinal obstruction, which is exactly how it sounds. Your guts are blocked, mate. A raving crowd all carried their favourite street performer, who was obviously very slick and stinky, to a local hospital known as Hotel Dieu, or Hotel Dieu, yeah? Or Hotel Dieu, if you want it in British, where he was pumped with the most powerful laxatives available at the time.
Oh my God.
And as you can imagine, what came next was a torrential deluge, a deluge of chocolate rain.
Can you not do something about this deluge?
Go on, give us a number. Yeah. So basically, he sprayed a ward with his fetid, beyond all comprehension ass. So, you know, and Adam's finishing his bottle of wine. Here we
Fuck
go.
off.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Adam.
You know,
I'd
I'm
hate-
gonna get more aggressive as this glass goes down.
I'd hate to be the cleanup crew in the hospital, though. Just, you know, all that. I really would. And now, you know what, though? How was he not caught a disease?
Yeah.
All the stuff he's eating, rats off the street, and he's not caught a single
He
disease.
should be dead.
He must have like the just burn because he's constantly hot. Any germ that gets him just melts straight away. It's gotta be it, man. But again, I have to remind you both. This is a real story. It's real. It's real. So, Tarrare, though, after his big spray, was fine. So fine that he wanted to demonstrate it by eating the surgeon who worked on him, one Dr. Girard's watch and chain.
Oh. I thought you wanted to eat the surgeon.
Yeah, I did.
I want to fucking eat you, mate.
So, Adam, I'd like you to read the second for me. So, obviously, Dr. Girard, you know, he didn't want his watch and chain to get in.
All right.
To which the surgeon said,
Shall I do it in a French accent?
you can say whatever you want, man.
If you fucking touch my fucking shit, you skinny fat fuck, I'll shank you so fucking good. Your ass cheeks will be your only internal organ. Fuck off.
It was good. It's
That was
good.
brilliant.
Yeah, I was impressed. Well done, man.
Thank you, guys.
Basically, he said he cut Tarrare open to get his watch and chain back. No hesitation at all. So Tarrare stood down.
Did you
yeah.
have watches back then? Do you have an alien on your thumb?
I do have an A on the thumb. That I do. That's going to sound so weird. You have watches back then. Do you have an alien on your thumb? You are drunk. You are drunk. So, yeah, I do, though. It's a stick of hand up on my thumb. So, after a few more years of eating for entertainment, war came to France. More specifically, the War of the First Coalition in 1792. So far, how you find this tale?
I like it.
Good.
I'm a big fan of Tarrare.
Ta-ra.
I wish I could see his act in person.
I know.
I wish I was in the hospital with him as well. Just like stroking his hair as he shats furiously.
Oh, it's okay.
There, Tarrare, it is going to be okay.
Get it all out of you.
Better out than in, I say.
Just bat those cheeks, Tarrare.
Parlez plus lentement, s'il vous plaît. I do not understand.
Oui.
Yeah, oui, mate. Yeah,
Oui, yeah. So, Lewis, how are you finding it so far? I know you've got an opinion.
Interesting. Interesting to say it's all true.
I mean, obviously, I can't show you physical evidence, but, you know, there's records, mate. There's records. So the War of the First Coalition, 1792, 4 years after Tarrare began his street career. Big mouth strikes again. At this point, France was beginning its transition into a republic via the quite nightmarish French Revolution, which began in 1789. To give you a quick laydown, the war lasted over 5 years, just over 5 years, should I say, and it was émigré French armies, the Dutch, the Great British, Austria, Italy, Portugal, Spain, Sardinia, and Germany versus the French Republic, Netherlands, Poland, and some other Spanish sister republics. A lot of historical stuff I have neither the time or the credentials to explain. Basically, big war, okay? Big war.
Big fucking war, mate.
Big war, yeah.
The only historical details you need to know is it was a big fucking war, mate.
And those are the guys involved. I'll learn it for the next Call of Duty game, mate, when they cover it.
Activision being like, we're going back to 1789.
So, anyway.
Call of Duty, big fucking war.
What's the favourite out of all of them? So anyway, feeling the sense of duty upon him, our boy Tarrare went and enlisted himself with France's finest, the French Revolutionary Army.
This cunt fucking joined the army.
He did, mate, yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Oh, what? You got a problem with someone being patriotic?
What's he gonna do?
Wow.
You're gonna stink them to death. Shit on them.
Where do you think chemical warfare began? Yeah, so, unfortunately, upon joining, Tarrare wasn't particularly fond of the size of the food rations he was receiving. He would hound his fellow servicemen for a slice of the action, aka their rations, and he would commit any favour asked of him if it meant getting his gums around some food.
He was whoring himself out for food.
I don't know if he was whoring him out sexually, but there was definitely whoring.
There's no historical evidence of him whoring himself out.
I mean,
in the army.
his mouth's massive, so maybe he's like, how many
he's got
can you get?
3 dicks in there at once. Come on, Jean Paul.
Good one, Tarrare. Impressive.
What more could he offer?
Tarrare, the sausage gobbler.
That's true, Lewis. You are right, yeah. So, he would, do various favours for food. Obviously, this still wasn't enough for Tarrare, though, as his appetite was just endless almost, and he was found rummaging through dung heaps looking for something juicy. Though dung heaps are literally piles of shit, the term can also be used for general garbage piles, so interpret that how you want. After a few weeks of this behaviour, he was admitted to the military hospital at Sulz-Haurin. I don't think I pronounced that correctly, but it's a commune in northeast France. It is said it was due to extreme exhaustion, the constantly burning metabolism he has, though other sources claim that the majority of his military compadres absolutely detested him and wanted him as far away as possible. Tarrare's behaviour could be the reason why he got sent away, it could be his smell. Either way, the defence of France didn't need E.T. Man right now, and they kicked him out of their ranks to spend some time in the hospital.
Are you alright?
So this is where Dr. Kerville and Dr. Baron Percy come into the story. Now, these guys made it their personal mission to try and figure out just what the hell was going on with Tarrare. The first thing they did was grant him quadruple rations, which I imagine is kind of annoying for everybody else, fighting in a bloody war. Oh, give it to the wide mouth kid. Give him extra rations because he's a greedy bastard,
I fucking hate wide mouth kids.
I hate him. So they gave him all these rations, yeah. But quadruple rations still wasn't enough for him, as he was caught eating out of the hospital gutters, out of the bins, and patients' leftovers.
He reminds me of the Spirit Away No Face.
Oh, No Face, yeah. Take the gold. Take it. Take it. I've got gold for everyone. Sand. I want sand. Yeah. So he then went and pissed off the apothecaries by sneaking into their offices and consuming all of their poultices, also known as cataplasms. Do either of you know what they are?
No.
So they were a soft, moist mass of material, typically consisting of bran, flour, herbs, etc. They were applied to the body to relieve soreness or inflammation and kept in a place with a cloth over it. So it's just a nice little herbal kind of remedy. But he went and ate them all. He broke into the office and ate them. So Percy and Kerville just didn't get it at all, but they needed more time for their physiological experiments. And Tarrare was ordered to remain hospitalized to take part in some experiments of the mind, because that boy ain't right. Somehow, these psychological experiments turned into just how much food Tarrare could truly eat. They tested to see how much you could eat. So, a meal had been prepared, a most delicious one at that. It was for the 15 labourers who had been working in and around the hospital grounds, and understandably, the hospital staff tended to avoid advertising the fact they were eating around Tarrare. He was usually completely restrained in the presence of food, think like Hannibal Lecter in his chair with the mask on, but around food. Clarice. This particular experiment... TikTok, Clarice. Have a chocolate. So this particular experiment had been done before to examine how he would react in the presence of all the food before being carted away. But this day was different. The table consisted of 2 large meat pies of some kind, plates of pure grease and salt, 4 gallons of milk, and of course other small delicacies. All of it was consumed before he promptly fell asleep. He ate all of it. his body yet again showing the usual signs of overeating, aka torpedo belly, along with the general bloodshot eyes and face. At this point, we can point and laugh at Mr. Tarrare, Mr. Freaky E.T. and his bottomless appetite, but things, like they usually do, began to take a dark turn. At this point, I imagine him to be the strange, almost spectral presence constantly staring, observing for any piece of food. He's always there, and you're eating. Tarrare's watching. He's watching at him.
Does he want less of my wine?
Probably.
He ain't fucking getting it.
I'll fight for it. If there was any particular humanity inside of Tarrare, the urge to eat scrubbed it all away. Tarrare was presented with a cat. The usual reaction with a cat
He's not going to eat the fucking cat.
would be to fuss it, stroke it, or even refuse due to allergies or something. Instead, Tarrare took the cat, tore open its abdomen with his teeth, drank its blood before eating the cat whole, aside from its bones, and then he vomited back up the cat's fur and skin.
Oh, so he vomited?
He vomited that.
He took a pussy.
For God's sake. Yeah, he was fine, but the poor cat. The fact is how he went about it as well. He didn't he tore its stomach open with his teeth.
Drank its blood.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird, man.
It's not right. But obviously this wasn't the only animal, though, as he was also given lizards, puppies, and his favourites once more snakes again, yeah. That's what they gave him in the hospital.
Snakes are fine, right? I don't mind that. The snake killed the little prince.
You and the Little Prince, man. You always bring it up.
I like the Little Prince.
Did it make you sad?
It's a fucking great book.
I've never read or watched it.
I can't remember his name. It's like Jean. He's French as well. He's fucking French.
What a surprise!
I think it's like Jean Antoine something.
Antoine. All right, Antoine it is. So, despite this being a shock to everyone, including us in this story, he obviously has done this before, with Percy recalling, the dogs and cats fled in terror at his aspect, as if they had anticipated the kind of fate he was preparing for them. So literally, when dogs and cats seen him, they ran away. Because of what he'd do to them.
Like they already knew.
It's unnatural, man. Yeah. He probably ran towards him going, probably, yeah. It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. So, one of the more standout living meals he was provided with was that of an adult eel. An adult eel. An adult eel.
Not a prepubescent eel.
Not a prepubescent or a pubescent eel, a full adult eel. When he was given this large eel, he proceeded to crush its head with his mouth before swallowing it whole. I mean, remember, every part of this has got digested, yeah? So that's a lot of bone content, and God knows what else is floating around inside the guy. Despite the tummy blockage, how is this guy not diseased?
Yeah. He's
he just swallowed an eel whole. Yeah.
He's got a furnace.
Spaghetti.
Eel spaghetti. Anyway, his months at the hospital proved a most relaxing retreat for the stinky bastard, and he returned to active military service with his even more inflated reputation. The experiments did not end there, though, with Dr. Kerville, not wanting to lose his fascinating subject, contacted the General Alexandre of the French Revolutionary Army and telling him Tarrare could become a military asset. How? How could he become a military asset?
Interrogation.
Stink bomb interrogation.
No, they would find prisoners of war, and then Tarrare would literally just eat cats and eels and all kinds of shit and freak them out. And
Stop!
Be like, please, I'll tell you anything. I'll tell you anything.
So psychological.
I don't know why they're taking their own. They're taking their own countrymen as prisoners.
To be fair, it was the French Revolution, so it was some French versus the French. So.
Self versus self.
It happens.
Little In Flames song for you there, featuring Pendulum.
So, the first post-hospital experiment took place in front of an assembled gang of various military generals. Some sources state that Napoleon himself was there. That's just a rumour. These generals were from the Army of the Rhine, a smaller army within the French Revolutionary Army, who were tasked with bringing the revolution to German states. Anyway, he was to have a military document placed into a small box, which would then be fed to Tarrare. The eating of the box side of the experiment worked perfectly, and the reward for such an act of bravery? A wheelbarrow containing 14 kilograms of raw bull offal. Lungs, livers, intestines. If it's inside a cow, they gave it to Tarrare raw.
They didn't even cook it.
No, just ate it raw.
He's obviously not bothered about what he eats, then, is he?
No, not how it's prepared either. He's not like a gourmet. He just consumes. He's an all-consuming creature. Yeah, it just goes in and it sprays out.
It sprays out.
Yeah, it's true, isn't it? So, yeah, he consumed the entire thing in front of the generals there and then. I imagine them all being quite, quite impressed. Like, oh, yes, very, very impressive. And then,
what an impressive! I was gonna go Russian now.
What an
impressive young man!
But then there's like one who's like, my God, my God, the horror. Yeah. So after 2 days of goofing around, Tarrare sprayed out the box, and the box was in near mint condition. So yeah, he ate the box. 2 days took to pass, and then it come out completely unscathed. The box was fine. So it went through his system and
How
back
big
out
was
again.
The box?
It's a little box with a note in.
Did he not even read the note?
No, well, this is what we're getting to. Basically, this impressive display of digestive health led the E.T. man to be promoted.
Digestive health?
Yeah. He was promoted from base camp layabout to military courier. His special skill set...
Courier ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. His special skill set would allow him to travel through enemy territories with the intelligence well hidden.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Imagine being the delivery man or the person who he delivered to. Here you go, man. Here you go.
Here you go,
mon ami.
Mon ami.
It's like, why does it smell?
It smells
Sacre bleu.
Sacre bleu. It smells disgusting. Yeah, so...
It smells like shit. And he's like, wee wee.
His hands are like brown. Stained down. Although he was capable of carrying the documents, one General Bohane wasn't so sure Big Mouth was all that stable in the old thought factory, sorry. That's what you philosophers call, isn't it, Adam?
No.
Brain. The thought
I don't think anyone's called it the thought factory before.
Put that on a t-shirt, guys. The Thought Factory, TM. Yeah, so the Thought Factory, Adam. Yeah, that's cool. Is that what you...
Yeah, it's fine with me, mate. You can call it whatever you want.
It's the Thought Factory, come on.
Call it whatever you
No,
want.
it's the Thought Factory.
I'm not offended or anything. You silly philosophy. I don't want to offend you, mate, but call it
Sorry,
the
mate.
Thought Factory.
Call it the Thought Factory, lads. Oh, don't
You
be mad.
bastard, how dare you! I'm a man of craft.
My degree is insulted by your Thought Factory.
Bastard, I'd feed you to the rare myself.
Right, let's keep going. So, obviously, don't get me wrong, Tarrare definitely was a bit of a simpleton, a real dum-dum, However, it wasn't a case of the general thinking he may be harmed or harm himself. More, he didn't trust that Tarrare wouldn't use the documents for ill intent. I don't think Tarrare gave a shit. I don't think he even know what was going on, to be honst. I think he was just...
I think he just wanted to eat.
It's true.
Books. Eat.
That's the way he just constantly...
Do you know what?
Yeah.
I know everyone's thinking it, but I'll be the first to say it.
Let's hear it.
I wouldn't even trust Tarrare to suck a dick.
Why is that, Adam?
Because he'd fucking eat it off, wouldn't he? He would.
It's
Those poor army fellows. They think they're getting
They became known as the Dickless Brigade because, Tarrare had his way with them all.
Go to Tarrare, the castration station.
Sausages.
Meet me at the castration station, sponsored by the Thought Factory. Yeah, and basically, so they do say the penis is the saltiest part of the body.
Yeah,
don't
only
they?
if you don't wash it.
It's true. The actual saltiest...
It's true.
Apparently, the saltiest part of the body is fingertips and tips of your toes. I think the tastiest.
What if you're really really sweaty though? Isn't every part of your body like really salty?
Oh man, I'm just seasoning myself.
Oh, sorry, man. I'm just basting myself.
Just basting myself for a good eating.
Pure sweaty.
But no, I think you're right. I think you couldn't trust Tarrare with
Nah.
I don't think you could see through a beach or a cunnilingus for that matter.
What?
A cunnilingus. Like I thought you could see him through anything, mate. A woman would just be like bitten in two, wouldn't she?
Why is that worse than a dick
when
sucking?
Pennywise bites that girl's head in it too, and he basically just covers her face, just like that.
Or the way he bites Thingy's arm.
George's arm,
George's
yeah.
arm.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
My cock!
Yeah, so yeah, I think you're right. I don't think you could trust him through any oral pleasures or anything activities. And I agree. You know, like you play like beer pong and just swallow the ball.
Imagine him fucking. I feel like that would be like
here we go.
the bottom of his priority list.
Yeah, like that is the
That man does not want to.
That's why he got on with the prostitutes because they were like, "Hello, Tarrare." And he's like, "Oh,
he is amless. He's not going to fuck you." Oh my God.
Finger on. He's not. He's essentially a new sexuality. It's just completely food based.
Yeah,
but if we had to imagine him,
he definitely gets like some kind of sexual desire from.
Yeah, you probably find.
food.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. You know, like, I don't know if that psychology was looked into, but you definitely got. Yeah, I won't say he got the horn over food, but of all the things he enjoyed, I could see him getting the horn for the food.
Yeah.
You know, but if I had to describe how he was in the sack, Adam, I personally don't know.
Maybe he adopted the same mentality of lust and desire for food than he did with.
You think it went somewhere else, like instead of like a pain fixation?
Yeah, like he took the wrong road.
Took the food. Took the wrong road too.
Like he took the wrong road in his head.
The thought factory.
And he thinks he's eating food, but he's just fucking, and he's like.
Think the other way around. He thinks he's
He thinks he's fucking, but he's eating food. Oh, this bread.
Have you noticed he has an erection when he eats?
Tarrare, why do you have an erection? You're eating soup.
Eating a cat. Yeah. So, but no, I think you are. But yeah, I don't think. Like, you know, I can't judge another man's sexual performance, you know, because it's not fair.
It's not fair.
It's not fair.
It's not, I would not judge you accurately, my man.
You know what? I can't judge on it. I've never experienced it.
I've never seen you fuck, mate. I can't judge
Send
you.
us a video, mate, and we'll see how it goes. Cool.
But if you allow me to witness just this one time.
Witness me!
Witness me!
Yeah. Okay. Any comments on that, Lewis?
No.
Lewis, would you watch Tarrare fuck? Think about it purely scientifically.
yeah.
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 I'd watch him fuck. I would.
I know.
I'd want to see
What about you, James?
Lewis just batted the question to me.
What did he say?
He was like, how about you, James?
How about you, James?
I thought I said yeah.
Oh, do you say yeah? Okay. Well, if you're watching, I'm going to watch, aren't I? Don't shake your head at me.
Well,
Fine.
If you watch it, I'm going to watch it with you.
As long as it's
Jack each other up.
Group activity.
group bonding session, guys. bit of climbing in the trees.
Well,
Then we're going to watch
yes,
this.
how am I to
Watch this
refuse?
freak of nature go to town on someone. Yeah. Yeah, fine. I'd watch.
But would he eat while he fucked? That's the thing. Because then the lust, the frenzy would come out. Imagine him eating like...
More he eats, the faster
Yeah.
he gets.
The woman or man is just like launching food at him as he's like, faster! Bring me a baguette.
Oh, my God. Oh, I mean, yeah. I can imagine it.
That would be tactical.
Yeah, I mean, flavoured condoms would be good, wouldn't it? But then it'd be dangerous around him because he'd just
He'd chew the thing off.
Yeah.
He'd be having a latex shits for... Oh, I didn't have
Strawberry
latex,
lube. Yeah, like...
You've got to think of the time period, James. They didn't have lube. They just had spit.
And straight grime.
Imagine Tarrare's fucking spit, what that would taste like.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You know.
He'd probably do a spit in the air just so he could fucking catch it again. Oh, food! Extra calories.
It's true. But yeah, I agree. So I look forward to us travelling back in time and watching this guy go to town with someone. It's great. Cool. So, where were we? So this general was concerned that Tarrare would use the military intelligence against them, basically. He thought he had an ulterior motive. That was what the general thought. Like, I think if...
I don't think that boy has a...
Yeah, exactly. I don't think he even knows what a war is.
primary motive.
No. There's no, like... Food, yeah, basically. Like, if it was food-based, like a battle plan carved into a leg of ham or, you know, something, then I think, yeah, maybe be worried. But anyway, despite his reservations, Tarrare was filled with his mission documents and sent to deliver it to a Prussian imprisoned French colonel in Neustadt an der Weinstraße.
That was a nice pronunciation.
I think I butchered it, but I tried my best.
Sounded nice.
So, he actually managed to make it across the Prussian lines in the dead of night, his moon face reflecting the moonlight, and disguised as a German peasant. However, one key part of Tarrare's skill set that was missing was the ability to speak German.
That does not surprise me.
Yeah, so I speak food. It didn't take long for the actual German locals to speak to him, and he just responded either in French or via grunting. There's something wrong with that tall moon-faced man. Bah, bonjour. You know, like, no, it doesn't work. So he travelled through various populated areas, raising the suspicions of the people, and they eventually told the authorities about a strange, loose-flabbed, wide-mouthed gabber lad who was wandering about.
Gabber lad?
Sure enough, he was detained just outside of the German town of Landau. So sure enough, he was detained just outside of the German town of Landau. With him pleading his innocence in French, a strip search was eventually and promptly performed. Probably one of the worst strip searches they ever did. The slick, sweaty skin, damp clothes, and skid marks, frankly, let's be honest, all over the place.
It's more like fucking tyre tracks, not skid marks.
Lorry tracks, mate, that's what it is. But yeah, it's gross, but it's true. I think the... what was that?
Lorry tracks.
I think the guy was like, das ist gut, ja?
Oh, yeah.
Good search, yeah. So they actually roughed Tarrare up, good and proper as well. They beat the living daylights out of the guy. And he got whipped a lot as well. Ooh. He got whipped a lot, but again, you know, we may enjoy that, but he wouldn't because he doesn't understand it. He refused to give the Prussians what they wanted, though. Say what you want about Tarrare, he evidently was a man of his word.
Tenacious boy.
Tenacious boy, yeah. So evidently, though, the Prussians were like, we don't give a scheisse. We're still going to interrogate you. So they dragged him to the local commander, General Zogli. And that is where we're going to leave it. We're going to leave it there. Tarrare's been interrogated and imprisoned. What could possibly happen next?
That's where we're leaving it.
Zogli boy was like, check it out now. And that was it, yeah.
Bring it back now, y'all.
Bring it back now, y'all. So, gents, how do you feel about the tale of Tarrare so far? Tarrare?
He does disturb me a lot. But I like him. He's definitely the number one figure I would go back in time to visit.
Really? Out of everyone we've covered so far?
Forget Jesus, Socrates, all these cunts. Forget them. Alexander the Great.
Yeah.
I want to go see Tarrare.
Yeah.
And his stinky, spewy assholishness.
What about you, Lewis?
There's a lot of twists and turns in the story.
There are twists and turns beyond belief.
But
I agree.
they're very much around the eating.
What a surprise!
The main thing that's twisting and turning is his organs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think if you cut him open, you know that scene in Annihilation where his guts are moving, like,
are my organs gonna move?
Yeah, basically, he's just a byproduct of a comet from space. Figured it out. Cracked the case. What is wrong with my voice today? Keep changing accents and pronunciations.
We've cracked the case.
Cracked the case. Who have? The town of Landau. So yeah, that is I was gonna try and get it into one big episode, but it's getting late, and we need to get things done anyway, don't we? Don't we? So, any parting words, gentlemen?
We will see you next time for the conclusion of Tarrare.
The thrilling conclusion to Tarrare. You know,
shitting Napoleon. That is Tarrare.
The E.T. man. The E.T. man of Lyon.
Bordeaux.
What?
I don't know. I don't know French towns.
Talking about, yeah.
Lyon. Naples. Oh, no.
Normandy. Yeah. What about you, Lewis? Any parting words? Any words of wisdom? You full of them?
Yeah, what you eat.
Yeah.
He's good, man.
Wow.
He's good.
Food for thought.
I've got to think of one now.
You fucked this.
Moment on the lips, lifetime on the hips. Wheezy laughs come back every time. Oh, God. But yeah, thank you to our listeners who have been so patient to wait for this next episode. Hope you enjoyed it. We will be getting the next part of this episode out next week. Do not worry, it will not be a large gap. I will make these guys record it because I'm a hard ass. But yeah, thank you so much. Until next time, we've been Marvel's Mistress and Midlanders. I'm James. He's Adam Daly.
Hello.
And he's Lewis Carr.
Hello.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. We missed you.
We missed you. We love you. And until next time, look after yourselves. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.
Fuck off.
Sorry about that, everyone. Sorry, listeners.
I just hit the microphone with my head.